My name is John. Welcome to my money pit. So it's always something. Today's thing in my money pit is the sink has backed up. This is something that's happened several times since we've lived here. It's a pretty simple problem to resolve, but it's just such a huge pain in the you-know-what because I gotta go under the house, and I don't like going under the house, especially in the summertime. There's a lot of things in there that I don't want to be a part of, but there's no other way of doing it. Let me just do it, and I'll show you exactly what we got going on. And I will show you a tool that I purchased 2 years ago, and I think I've used it 4 times since then, and it has been worth every dime that I've spent. I can't delay it anymore. Let's go. In order to correct this issue, I have to go in here. I am not exactly a small person. That's my crawl space. I don't like it at all. I'm not happy about this, but I got to do it. But I want to tell you about something positive first, and that is this device right here. This is a power auger, power snake, power plumbing unclogger mechanism machine device. I bought the Cobalt version, which of course means I bought it from Lowe's. It's the cheaper of all of them. And you know what? A lot of times I would have bought like the DeWalt or a Milwaukee, something higher end, but this is something I use so infrequently. I wasn't going to spend big, huge money on it. There's one thing I want to tell you about it though, that's really, really cool. And I was surprised about it this morning when I realized that this was happening. This tool, I've used it, I think 4 times to unclog this exact drain that I'm going to do today. And the battery is still at full charge. I thought I was going to have to put it on the charger today, but no, it's still good to go. So anyway, I got to stop delaying this. Let me get in there. I'm going to take the camera with me. It's not going to be an enjoyable experience, but let's go in there and figure this out. I'm going to put this paper down, and I am not going to apologize for that. Okay, so I'm doing all this complaining. Here is the access to the crawl space, and then here's the clean out. So it's really not terrible, but I still don't like it. I hate this. I hate being under here. I hate it so much. It's probably my least favorite thing to do. Okay. So the good thing, resolving this is actually quite simple. All I need is one screwdriver. It's a flathead to remove this. I don't know what the hell you call this stupid thing. I might get a lot of water that comes out from this as soon as I remove this sleeve. Ugh. So this auger plumber cleaner outer device is something I use so infrequently that I always have to remind myself how to use the damn thing every time I use it. There we go. So when this is pulled forward and you hold it in place and you pull the trigger, it extends that auger out. And you just go and go and go and go. Okay, now I don't know if you just heard it, but it definitely started to like grab onto something, which means we're probably at the culprit of the clog. But I'm gonna extend it all the way because I don't feel like doing it multiple times. That right there is a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. It looks disgusting, but it's a good sign. Yeah. Nasty. There we are. Now, something that really ought to be mentioned here. This drain is only for the kitchen sink and the dishwasher. So everything that's coming out of here is just kitchen waste. So it's, you know, grease and scraps and crumbs and just stuff. It's not what would be in other drains. If this was a sewer drain, I don't know that I would do this job, because even though it's my poop and my wife's poop, I just don't know that I could be around that. I think that is crossing the line for me. But this is just, it's just kitchen scraps. So it stinks because it's been in there for a while, I guess. But it's not like vomit inducing. I gotta tell you, I got a ton of respect for plumbers because, do I even need to say it? I don't think I even need to say it. If I was a plumber and I had to go underneath a house like this and you know what I'm trying to say here? Like, I don't think I could do that. I got a lot of respect for anybody that can do that for a living. This thing is draining forever. It's a pretty long run. It's probably, I don't know, it's probably a 30-foot drain from the kitchen sink to here. So, but I think we've gotten the main part of it out. So now all I got to do is tighten it back up again and it's done. Something I would recommend to anyone: be aware of where your cleanouts are, because this is a valuable bit of information to have. Because if I had to call a plumber every time this stupid drain was clogged up, it'd be like $200 every time. Oh, gross, nasty, disgusting. Ugh. All right, let's get out of here. As I was under there, the back of my legs were sticking out, and so they're hot as crap. All right, let me see how this did. We're about to find out.
Oh, my dirty, nasty sink.
The sink is dirty because it backed up. Don't judge. She keeps a clean sink.
I was trying to do the dishes, and then it just happened.
Let me just put this directly on the drain for dramatic effect. I hear weird noises. The noise is the sound of success. That's my least favorite thing to do on my house. So you're welcome for sharing that misery with you. I now have a wet arm and it's gross because it's all from, it's nasty. But listen, I am not here sponsored by Cobalt. Why would Cobalt sponsor me? But I'm going to tell you right now, that auger, plumber, fixer, drain unclogger thing.
Water bell.
Best thing I've ever, what? Oh, she's trying to conserve water. The best money I've ever spent, because that device was like, I don't know. It was like $250, I think. But we've had a plumber come out twice to this house. The first time was to fix a leak. The second time was for this issue. And that trip cost us like $220. So that tool pays for a plumber's visit. And when this happens, I can crawl under there. It takes 15 minutes and it's done. Yeah, it sucks. It's miserable. It's great if it happens in the wintertime, but if it happens in the summer, it's the worst. But it's fast, it's easy. And so that tool was worth every single cent. I could not recommend it more. I'm sure the Milwaukee or the DeWalt is better, but I'm not doing this for a living. I'm doing this a couple times a year. And for that Cobalt is great. So there you go. There's my misery for the day. Bye.